Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. And his first look is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hurts steps away. The Sanders has got it complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Hurts fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. We know turnover margin always key, going to be really key in this one. And to force an opening drive turnover, that's huge.
It is, and you know something? There's one coach on every team that weighs in at the worst possible time, right? And this is bad. He just fumbled the football. Can't you just hear him right now? Son, you messed it up for everyone on that one. Messed up our offense, and now you put our defense in a bad spot.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
One of the Jets sweep as Prescott bats it forward. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Prescott to throw on fourth. Open man is Noah Brown. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well-drilled, well-prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. Quick slant to Brown. Touchdown, Cowboys! Noah Brown from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Micah Parsons buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as good running gets him to about the 44. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Throwing is Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. In motion left comes Brown. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Drop for a loss there on a nice effort by Osa Odighizuwa. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll go option to the short side. Hurts fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be called for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Pollard again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Prescott now. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard, and he will have a Cowboys 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Prescott on 1st down. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD.
partner, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows him sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On second down, Prescott again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On play action, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the first down.
6 yards left on second down. Run of the jet sweep as Prescott backs it forward. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. On third down, it's Prescott. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. Touchdown, Eagles! Grant Calcaterra as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And he returns this to the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. They've got his man complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Marr is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Run again here with Pollard. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
To throw is Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by...
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out the full. Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with Oxy. I miscount cause I'm off yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody. I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of full.
Convoy, 100 carats on my neck, my boy.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This one fielded at the 5.
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott, and that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. In motion right is Brown. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll send Brown in motion right. Out of his end zone, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Not gonna get there. Might have even lost a yard. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. Now this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hurts gonna give it to Sanders on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Takes it at the 7. Off the play fake, Prescott. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hurts. And one more time, that's Watkins. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Sanders is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter. He's got both of them.
But he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here. And I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Cowboys first down. 47. At the 26-yard line.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The man in motion is Brown. On 1st down, Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 26-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Let's go. Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. In motion goes the tight end. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jalen Hurts scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Prescott. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Neville Gallimore dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by Elliott is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Second down and 7. Here's Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Prescott yet again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Prescott to throw on fourth. Eluding the pressure right. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles. But that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away. Pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Prescott now. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And again, it's Prescott. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
The slot man in motion right. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Throwing is Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out here with the option left. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
that might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
He had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
60 vices. 19 tight.
Hurts. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard, and they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play through. They'll throw again. Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. And Hilton the man in motion. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. It's a keeper with Prescott. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start by running the option to the right. Hurts fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And that is no good. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Play action. Here's Hurts. On the move to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts over the middle. He's got Watkins. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Sanders has it over the middle.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott now to add the extra point. So PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Takes it at the 7. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Play action now, Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping the track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real the jersey. It's the first half, and we done dropped 30. We just underscoring them, boy, man. I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second. In motion left comes Brown. On second down, it's Pollard. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing, Prescott. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one. And let him know he'll be back to very...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And I guess we're...
You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Q-Bone stallion with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take your tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, it's the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs. First and 10, here's Pickett. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Off play action, Pickett. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. He's got the first down and more. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with Harris. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Pickett going to keep it himself. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Hurts completing this one quickly. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Grant Calcaterra, 91 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Elliott now to kick this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that one. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. Crossing route, catch made by Johnson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Pickett to throw on 1st down. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Steven Sims Jr. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. But 1st down, Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Wants a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Heck of a
play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pickett. Open man downfield is Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Pickett right back to the air again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sims. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. To the air on first down with Pickett. Pickens is there on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Pickett now on first down. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Steven Sims. Second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Ready?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety.
Normally we think about big swings and scores before a half. We think offense, but this time their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
Now Austin.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
What a run there. I mean, you got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached to get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And the tight end goes in motion left.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and cut back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
In motion right is Brown. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
This a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead is cut to 2 now. It's 15-13.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Now Pickett.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He finds Pickens over the middle.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. Harris running straight ahead.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Harris. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Kenny Pickett finding Pat Freiermuth. And the Steelers will add to their fourth quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive. And now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Pickett will try to throw for this. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Here's Hurts to throw. Left side here to Sanders. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down. Hurts. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, such a close game, a very big one. This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. Slot man moves right. They go play action with Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
And that's caught at the 2. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to a 2-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Najee Harris. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon'